All right. So, as I shared, I lived here for 3 years, and I would come up here, and that's how she developed. I was in a really challenging state and praying, and all of a sudden I'm looking at this rock, and I start to see a face in here, and I realized that the Mother Goddess, like I followed the lines, and I could see her before I even put the paint on, and so. This is a really, really special place for me. Now, one night I was having a challenging time, and I walked up here in the dark, and to the left, as I'm walking up here, I see Venus, and Venus is like brighter than I've ever seen her. I'm like, whoa! So I'm walking up, and I'm in a challenging space. So I'm up here. And when I lived here, I'd have candle, and I had crystals, and they were always here. So I lit the candle, and I had boughs of juniper, fresh boughs of juniper. And I lit the candle, and then I thought, well, I'm going to turn around and be with Venus. She's so amazing. So I'm sitting right here, and I turn around to sit and meditate with Venus, and Venus is gone. And there's no clouds in the sky. It's just this bright, bright star that I saw is not there anymore. And so I'm sitting there and I'm going, ooh. And I didn't know what to do with that. I was like, the star's gone. I think I'm going to turn around and be with the candle. I got scared. So I turned around to be with the candle instead, and there was a praying mantis. That while I turned around, all of a sudden there's a praying mantis there, and he had his hand up like that. And I remember somebody telling me that in Asian culture the masters would emulate what the praying mantis does. You've heard of that? Okay. So I'd heard that recently. So I see this praying mantis, and I emulate him. And then when I get into his position, I have to move forward a little bit, and I put my hand up like this. So I'm facing this way. When I move into the position that he is in, I hear a like hard to emulate, but it was like a metal sound, like that. And then I move out, and it would stop, and I'd move back in, and it would stay, and then in and out. I played with it for a little while, and then I realized maybe I'm getting some kind of transmission or something, and so I just stayed there for as long as I could, and then when I was done, I turned around, and Venus was back. That's my story.